pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jane Johnson with her invocation.
Thank you. This is actually a spring invocation from Sean Bird, who is a Rotarian and likes to have credit for this. While we wait and wait and wait impatiently for the weather to turn, let us think spring thoughts. Let us think about our president-elect preparing to take the reins of our club. Let us think about our club goals and the roles each of us play to make the world a better place through our involvement in Rotary. Let us think about opportunities to serve in new ways. Let us be thankful for the food and the friends around this table, and let us be thankful that spring will come eventually. Thank you.
Very good. All right, as we get the meeting kicked off, I'm going to have Sarah Schreiber come up to welcome us with a solo.
Thank you, Matt. You can all be seated. This is just a lovely song about the spirit of Rotary, actually. I'd gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. And I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Oh, don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart could understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Oh, don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything, if we keep believing in love's power. Oh, between your heart and mine, love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Oh, don't you think it's time? Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Oh, don't you think it's time?
Thank you very much, Sarah. So on behalf of our Rotary Club and the Spirit of Rotary Committee, we would like to welcome Carrie and Justin to our annual Spirit of Rotary celebration. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Jim Nigro to help MC our program and get us going. Jim.
Thank you. Thanks, man. Welcome, fellow Rotarians, guests, and honorees. It's a great day to be a duck. My name is Jim Nigro, and I'm honored and pleased to be your Master of Ceremonies today. 114 years ago, way back in 1905, February 23rd to be exact, and I looked it up, that day back in 1905 was a Thursday. A Chicago lawyer named Paul Harris started a little club with 3 of his buddies so that like-minded professionals with diverse backgrounds could get together, meet, exchange ideas, form lasting friendships, and give back to a society that had been very good to them. They named their new club Rotary to describe the early practice of meeting in rotation at the various members' places of business. That was 1905. Fast forward to today, Rotary engages more than 35,000 clubs located in every country of the planet, 1.2 million members strong, each of us actively living its mission. And if you haven't heard the Rotary mission statement, it's worth sharing with you. It goes, we provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. That bears repeating, and we've got a graphic on the screen so that you can join me aloud. Let's say it together. Our mission, we provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. Today, we celebrate service to others, service by leaders who are blossoming. For the 13th consecutive year, the Midland Rotary Club is proud to recognize non-Rotarians under the age of 40, they don't have white hair, who lead a life of service above self and have demonstrated really sound leadership potential. Our Spirit of Rotary Award winners exemplify our 4-way tests of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Before we meet this year's honorees, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our prior recipients listed on the back page of your brochure. I'm not going to read them all, but if you're in the room and you're one of these special people, could you stand up so we could recognize you? Pass. We appreciate you guys. Paul Harris was quoted as saying, whatever Rotary may mean to us, to the world it will be known by the results it achieves. Today's results of Rotaries are impressive. No one thought that we'd be as important of a service organization as we are globally. But the people you're about to meet are equally impressive. You're about to meet Justin Marshall and Carrie Kenny. Our first honoree, Justin Marshall, nominated by me, believes service is a mindset, a commitment to seeing the best in others and looking for ways to make a difference. His executive leadership at such a young age is quite extraordinary, as is his track record of giving back to our community. Adam, who helped us with the Spirit of Rotary Committee forming these videos, is going to show us what a few people think about you, Justin. Let's roll the video.
I think it's so appropriate that Justin wins the first ever Rotary Best Dressed Award.
Actually, the Spirit of Rotary Award.
Oh, Spirit Rotary. Okay, all right.
If you don't mind, I'll ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, sure.
About Justin. First, tell me about Justin's community involvement and how you think he's making a difference.
Well, I think, whether it's from the Young Leaders United that he's been a part of or organizing his group at Northwood to help with the Santa House, Justin puts service above self, and he's always looking for a way to make Northwood's community and Midland community a better place to live, work, and play.
Well, I appreciate that as a young guy, he really tries to get involved in our fabulous Midland community. And one thing I appreciate in particular, since we both work at Northwood, is that he really tries to bring Northwood and the community together. For example, worked on the bike share program, the Founders Garden on campus, with the end result in mind to make Northwood a big part of Midland and just enhance both.
I got to know Justin, probably about 8 years ago. We were looking to start at United Way, our Young Leaders United. So in order to launch that, I needed some of the most enthusiastic and best young professionals that I could find. And in that, we wanted a representation from Northwood. And Dr. Keith Pretty recommended Justin, and he did an amazing job helping us get this off the ground. Part of what we needed at United Way to launch Young Leaders United was somebody who was compassionate and enthusiastic, but not only were they did they have a servant's heart, but they had to inspire others, and that's just what Justin did. So when we needed to grow the membership, he reached out to all of his peers and got them excited about giving back to the community.
As one of the first members of Young Leaders United, Justin was integral in kind of shaping the way that organization came together and the way that they envisioned how they would create impact in our community. So I think his ideas were really helpful to kind of guide not only what they were doing as a group, but also what future generations will be doing through Young Leaders United.
He is engaged in so many different things, both at Northwood through his role there, as well as many different nonprofit groups in the community. Everybody has so much time in a day, and Justin seems to be giving a lot of his time for the betterment of not only Habitat for Humanity, but the other volunteer groups that he is in the community. Also, he's driving that through his work at Northwood of finding ways to not only engage the students and faculty at Northwood, but to have Northwood be engaged and involved in making the difference that he's making.
There's one trait that I see in fantastic leaders, and the one trait that is predominant is humility. And I think that it says it all when I tell you what he said when he first got noticed that he won this prestigious Spirit of Rotary Award. Let me read it to you because I have his email. He says, "I'm humbled, shocked, perhaps unfit for such recognition, but I'll do my very best to represent you and your faith in me." He's so humble. That is Justin.
Oh, when I think of Justin, what makes me smile, his sense of humor, his spirit, his love for his family, his wife, his beautiful daughter, his love of Northwood. When I think of Justin, I just think of love in general. He is so passionate about so many different things, and that exudes in his giving back in the community. Makes me smile.
Just how engaging he is, and I think it's the smile that he always shares with others, and it's very easy to reciprocate. You see a smile, you want to smile back. And I don't think I've ever remembered Justin with anything but a smile on that face. He's just naturally happy, and again, very, very interested in helping others and getting engaged. And he's just got a wonderful demeanor.
You know, there's so many things that make me smile when I think of Justin, but I have one memory that I think really illustrated that. We had this really great idea that we wanted to do a color run in Midland. And so this was a huge endeavor. And went to Justin and said, what if? Could we do this? Is it even possible? And what would it look like? And he said, of course we can do it. It wasn't if we could do it, it was how we were going to get it done.
Well, you know, there's two types of people, I think, in this world. There's energy creators, energy zappers. And Justin is one of those guys that is always creating energy. When he comes into a room, he makes you smile.
It's hard to tell where Justin gets his energy from. Maybe it's caffeine, maybe it's coffee. It comes from a real authentic place of being a person of action.
I think positive. I think having a upbeat spirit to him and having a can-do attitude.
First and foremost, giving. He is an infectious personality. I've never heard him say a negative word about anything. He looks at the positive side of everything, even when facing a challenge or a difficulty. He always has a very happy, outgoing, giving spirit and energy that he's giving off.
He cares about people. He has a sincere ability. He really, when he asks you questions about yourself, your family, work, those types of things, you know he really is sincere about it and cares and likes to see people do great things. And he's the epitome of help enough people get what they want and you'll have the success that you want, and he lives by that. I'm proud to call Justin a friend and really enjoy working with him and learning from him.
So I think one of the things that Justin may not even understand about his legacy is how he inspires others. I think he does things for all the right reasons, but sometimes he doesn't often see the way that others are inspired because of his actions and because of his leadership. So that'd be a really cool takeaway for him to see and feel.
Congratulations, Justin. This is well deserved, and we are so proud of you and can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Justin, this is such a well-deserved award for you. Very proud of you, and I look forward to great things in the future from you, like you've already demonstrated. Good job, buddy.
Way to go, Justin. Congratulations. You inspire us.
Justin, well-deserved award. So proud of you, and I really appreciate calling you a friend. Congratulations.
Justin, congratulations on your Spirit of Rotary Award. As a fellow award recipient a few years back, I know this means a lot to me and I know how much it's going to mean to you. On behalf of the Board of Directors, the staff, and the families we serve at Midland County Habitat for Humanity, I want to say congratulations and thank you for all you do for the community.
Congratulations on this great and much deserved honor, Justin, and I'm looking forward to making loud noises with you in our community and on campus in the years to come.
Great comments, but the content is easy when you're talking about Justin Marshall. He's going to come up here and take a few minutes to tell us how he lives a life of service.
There's some sort of salinic substance in my eye. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm not quite used to that. Thank you, everyone who was on that video. Jim, Dave, Rec. That's the first time I think you've publicly announced that we are friends, but we certainly are. Coach Reckaway is a great man on campus. Dave Marsh is a great man on campus. I'm surrounded by great people, which makes it easy to do good things yourself. So, I don't know if I'm deserving, but thank you. Thank you for honoring me with the Spirit of Rotary Award today. I'm humbled to be up here with you, Carrie, and to share in this day, reading your story and everything that you've done. It's amazing, and I'm very proud of you. And I'm very proud of all the honorees who have come before me, because I know there are many, and I'm just one more, and I pledge to do as much as I can for this community in their honor. Thank you, Jim, for nominating me for this award. We've gotten to know each other in the past couple of years, working together professionally, but I am very happy to say that I consider you a friend today, someone I admire, and you are a great example of what a Rotarian should be. So, sorry about this, guys. Thank you to the Midland Rotary Club as well, and to the Spirit of Rotary Committee. I know there are so many hours put into this event. I know it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and it's not unnoticed. So for all of you on the committee, for those of you I do know, for those of you I don't know, thank you for your effort as well. When they asked me to come up on the stage today, they asked me to talk about how I became service-minded. And that could be a very long and tangled road, but I very much believe in 5 B's, which is be brief, brother, be brief. So I will be as succinct as possible. First, I just want to say that to me, service is a mindset. It's something that we can do every day. It's not an opportunity that we need to wait for when a professional group comes across our desk or someone says that they have a problem. It's about being a better father. It's about being a better mother, a better friend. It's the small things that I think lead to the greatest satisfaction in life. And if we can just challenge ourselves to give moments every day, not all of our moments, but just moments every day to others, I think you're going to feel a lot of joy from that. But how did I get to where I am and who or what got me here for a life of hopefully service? I think I have to start with my parents. And they're right here at the table. I'm very thankful that they were traveling across state to come and be here with me today. I can't tell you what groups or projects they were a part of when I was a kid. Most of my memories as a kid, they're pretty hazy. I can't even remember where I put my keys in the morning. But I can tell you this about my parents. They worked hard, and they worked hard every single day. And they didn't work hard so they could have more. They worked hard so myself and my brothers could have more and have opportunities. And I don't think there's any other greater example of service than that. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you very, very much. And your example inspires me today. The second, I guess, refinement of what service means to me came at Northwood University. And most of you know Northwood University and our Go Mad Day, Go Make a Difference, where all of our students get together and they contribute their time and their talent to the community. But Northwood's always had the community at the center of its heart. It's just a little bit more public now. And it's because of people like Professor Dale Haywood, who was my professor. He was a quirky guy, if any of you knew him. I know some of my Northwood colleagues here knew him. He had this thing. He had a 2-sided belt, and he loved this 2-sided belt. One side was brown, one side was black. And I think the frugal nature of him, he was an economist, really liked this 2-sided belt because a double-sided belt meant 2 belts in one. But he also used it to teach us some very important lessons in the classroom as aspiring entrepreneurs and business leaders. And it was a lesson about idle assets. If my black belt is on my waist, my brown belt is in my closet waiting to be put to good purpose. If you have a double-sided belt on, everything's being put to good use all the time, every day. So why do I bring that up? I think service is a little bit the same way. Too often we get caught up in how can I use my assets to help a professional group such as Rotary or Habitat for Humanity or whatever it might be. And that's well and good, and we should be doing that. But we forget that service needs to be a part of who we are every day. You can't have your black belt. You can't have your brown belt. Service, who you are, and your professional career should all be one. And that's when you get the most value out of your assets. So I thank Dr. Haywood for teaching me that. He also taught me, this might get a little shocked, to not give back. And I want to share why he said that. He and I both believe that giving back implies you first took something away. And I think everyone in this room gives back, but I also think that everyone in this room hasn't taken anything away from this community. We believe that individuals, when they believe in themselves and they're true to themselves, add value just by being who they are. So we always challenged everybody that we came into contact with, and I'm going to challenge everyone from the podium today, that instead of giving back, let's start adding back and using that instead. And last, I want to thank my wife, Tara. She's a nurse at Midland, Michigan. And I know she will do more to help others than I ever will with any of my service or with any of my work at Northwood University. I'm very proud of her. She loves me more than anyone else, I know. She gives me more grief than anyone else, I know. But I know she loves me so much and she challenges me so much because she knows I can be a better man tomorrow than the man I am today. So I know with her help and with everything I've learned over the next few years and throughout the rest of my life here in this great community, I'm going to be a better servant leader. And I'm going to be able to do more for all of you and all of these agencies that are so deserving of our support. So thank you, Rotary. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for your time and your patience listening to me. Thank you.
Stephanie, do I have a plaque? Daryl, do I have a plaque? It's in the podium, yes, thank you. Wow, beautiful words, beautiful words. Give me a second, I need to change my script from giving to adding at the very end. I mentioned this. Justin, we will be making, on your behalf, a contribution to Habitat for Humanity in the amount of $500. And we have a photo op. Let's maybe get you up here one more time by the our not complete without the photo op. Congrats again.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank you, Jim.
Our second honoree, Carrie Kenny, was nominated by Stephanie Liepfritz and Bev Wenzel. Carrie believes that a true leader leads with love, leads with compassion, leads with truth. Her life journey has been met with obstacles, but she's successfully overcome them and inspired others along the way. We'll now share a video focused on Carrie, prepared by Adam Salget and our Spirit of Rotary Committee. Adam, thanks.
Hey Carrie, we wanted to let you know we're thinking of you and why we think you're so deserving of this award. You're kind and kick ass. You're empathetic and energetic.
You're resilient and radiant. You're inspiring and incredible.
Congratulations, we're so proud of you.
So I got to know Carrie probably about 3 or 4 years ago through a women's executive group in Midland. And I'd been a member for some time, and Carrie came and joined the group. And as soon as she walked into the room, there's this high, beautiful energy. And I was just immediately drawn to Carrie's personality and to her presence. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, Carrie is the perfect person to be a coach and work with teens at the Rock. So I had approached Carrie and I said, well, what do you think about coming and working with young people? I said, your energy and what you bring, I said, you would just be perfect with the kids. And she was all about it.
So a big thing with the jail in the state is recidivism. So we want these women to be self-sufficient and believe in themselves and support themselves. Bringing this opportunity to women that have maybe never felt worthy or experienced calmness or self-worth. She can bring that to 90-minute increments in the jail for these women and maybe give them an experience that they've never had and potentially be life-changing for not just those women, but for generations. A lot of them have children, and if we can teach them coping skills, self-worth, you can't really measure that. I think that she can be a tremendous inspiration to men and women, that you can go through something that you think you could never come back from, and you can rise and be stronger than you've ever imagined. So to share that with other people is truly a gift and a strength that not everyone has.
Making people better, not only like just health-wise, physically with fitness, but also mind and body, and helping to realize that as a person, we don't have to be everything. And it's amazing you get that from an hour class at her studio, that it's not just about the grinding out of a 30-minute workout or an hour workout. It's more than that. It's when you leave there, you feel great. When you walk in the door, you feel special. And you take that with you till the next time you come back.
What Carrie's doing is building this, she calls it a community of warriors. And they're empowered to help each other feel resilient, to feel worthy, and to feel strong. I can't imagine a better vision than that. It's a gift, it's a vocation.
Carrie's one of those people who can help every person every day, frontline, and somehow manage to have enough energy to do that.
I know one thing that she really has done for the community is to provide the location for what she would call the Circle of Hope, where it's a free event that's I think it's third Sunday of the month, where she's welcoming people in from anywhere in the community who've had some sort of trauma in their life. And it's just a very safe spot, and a spot where people can work on themselves and on their journey to being more complete, or to, regain themselves. She really just follows her heart. The whole providing that warm and open space for the community is probably not anything that's written down in anybody's business plan. It's just part of who Carrie is.
I think that Carrie is making an impact on our community because of the people that she's working with. She's not working just to make money or to support our family. She is using this as a platform to be that voice for those that may be voiceless.
Whether it be in the studio, outside of the studio, or wherever she may be, she's a healer, and she just goes around and heals everybody one person at a time. Whether it's just through her presence, through it's her yoga, whatever it may be, she's just going around changing the world, one person at a time.
If you haven't had a chance to meet her or learn from her or take a class or be even in the same room with Carrie, you really can't understand the life force and the energy that she brings to absolutely everything she does. I'm not sure that it's Carrie's life force or her energy. It's almost bigger than that. It's almost something that she channels and allows her to complete her mission and vision. It's truly incredible. I've never met anybody like that.
I think that her life experiences have helped her to understand that the issues that we deal with, you don't always see. And there's so much underneath the skin that each one of us is dealing with, and the empathy that she has for everyone that she meets, the stories that she's heard, that's really her drive to keep doing what she's doing.
If you have to ask me what brings a smile to my face, you obviously haven't been in the same room with her, because being in the same physical environment as Carrie Kenny is something each and every one of us has. You have to do this once in your lifetime.
When I think of Carrie, I always smile. When I get a text from Carrie, it makes my day. And I think it's that giving nature that Carrie has.
Everything starts from the top down, no matter where you are, and you walk through those doors and you are just met with this atmosphere of unconditional love and embracing you for who you are, understanding how difficult it is to just even walk through the door and saying, you honor you, you did a great job. And then on top of that, to then get to know her as a person, as this wonderful human being with this enormous heart.
I admire so much about her as a person. She is trustworthy, she is honest, she is a hard worker. Anything she can do to help someone else, she is there to do. So I admire so much about her and so proud of her.
So I've had 4 years of paychecks from Carrie, and every single one that I get, there's a paycheck inside, but there's a note. And there's a note just telling us about how appreciative she is of us, how hard we've worked, how amazing we are. She tells us just an entire card full, handwritten, of all the things that she's proud of us for.
There are probably 3 things that I would talk to people or that I think describe Carrie. Certainly it's that energy, it's the passion for what she does, and then finally it's her sincerity.
Well, Carrie has this warm welcome right when you walk in the door. She raises her hands and she says, Michelle! And she gives you a great big hug, and I feel like she does that to every single person that walks through her door. She knows their names, she hugs them, she loves them, she remembers things about them, she remembers your kids' names, she remembers what you were doing last week, and she just has this personality that is vibrant and it's addicting, and you want to be around her.
I think of her giggle. She giggles. You know what?
There's that like loud scream that comes from it.
And
the arms and the heads are always
and the feet, you know? I mean, she's truly physically excited. Just like the joy just is literally bursting out of her body.
I just saw you. Like I just went in the other room and I came back out. You're not excited to see me again.
Right.
I'm not sure what fuels her. I would say I know she's got a past that probably pushes her forward. That things that happened to her in her past have created who she is today and made her who she is. And she's just one of a kind, completely unique. And I would love to have the energy level she has. There's something in her food or something, I don't know what it is, but she's amazing.
The smoothies and coffee. That would be where she gets most of the energy from. But the other part of it is determination. She is just so determined to help as many people as she can.
Carrie, I just wanted to say congratulations on this award. I can't imagine a more deserving recipient. You are amazing. Thank you for sharing your energy. Thank you for sharing your vision. Thank you from the community.
Carrie, congratulations. You're most deserving of the Spirit of Rotary Award. You embody kindness and everything good in this community.
Congratulations, Carrie. You deserve this and so much more. Mwah.
Hey Carrie, this is Terry. I'm so proud and you're well deserving of this award. Congratulations.
Carrie, congratulations. I'm gonna cry. I can't.
If you cry, I'll cry. You better not cry.
I am so proud of you. I love you so much, and I just want you to know that every accolade you get just allows you to shine that light a little bit brighter to other places, and I couldn't be more proud of you. I'm so happy to call you my friend, and congratulations. And I won't cry now. Go.
Congratulations, Carrie. I'm so proud of you and happy to journey with you through all of this. You make me very proud, and I'm just proud of you as a person, as my sister, as my boss, as my friend, as everything. Job well done.
Congratulations, Carrie.
Woo!
Hi, Carrie, wife, babe, whatever you want me to call you at this moment. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. Our family is so proud of you. I know that mom and dad are looking down on you and are so proud of everything that you're doing for our family and for our community. Thank you so much.
I told you were going to meet a couple of impressive youthful leaders today, and wow, Carrie, come on up here and tell us how you live a life of service.
Well, it wouldn't be appropriate not to take at least three really deep breaths, so I'm going to do that. I'm just very, very grateful and blown away. And again, just grateful. I have to sincerely thank Stephanie and Bev for the nomination. And they both know that this makes me completely uncomfortable. But that's good because that's my job. I get people uncomfortable in hopes that they have a little bit of agitated growth. And so this is mine, being in front of you and speaking my truth. And I thank you all for being here and your time and your energy. And just welcoming me and my family into this community. We moved here to Midland, it'll be 6 years maybe? I don't know, time's hard for me. Anyone with trauma will understand that time is weird. But we moved here in hopes of a fresh new change. And I know Stephanie asked to share my how and my why as to what it is that I do and why I do it. And for me, all of this being here in this moment of time is the fruition of intense struggle and losing yourself in the madness of this world that, even though we are all created equally, we are not all treated equally, and it's very unfortunate. And it took me losing my parents, homicide and assisted suicide by cop is what they call it. I was the one who found them, and that for me was the moment where just everything that I thought was real was no longer real, and the lights had been turned on and my eyes could not adjust, and it took me a long time. I'm coming up to 6 years. This July 4th will be 6 years since that happened. And it's taken a long, patient time to finally be able to adjust my eyes and to see things for what they are, and to, even though I'm agitated and uncomfortable, seeing it for what it is. And what I've learned on this traumatizing path is that we are all in this together, and the darkness of our life, right, the shame, the pieces of ourselves that we do not bring up and that we do not make space for, could really, instead of separating us and creating this idea that we're in this alone, which again just fuels the flame of shame and separation, we could use that vulnerability, that soft bruise that hurts and is painful, to say, you know what, I understand. I may not have gone through the same thing that you did, but I understand the pain and I understand the confusion, and I understand that somehow, some way we're going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. And I have lost so much, but I have gained so much. And especially in these last, I'd say 2, 3, 4 years, Alignment 8, this tribe of people around me who understand that this is an abundant world and we can all shine our light. And just because I shine doesn't mean you can't shine. And I feel so blessed to be around in my CAP crew and my work crew and this community that, again, we come together and we celebrate each other's flaws because they're fabulous, and we celebrate each other's gifts because they're fabulous, and we celebrate each other and we hold space. And that's the thing, holding space for yourself, for each other, for service, for the thing that is bigger than you, me, us. There is something bigger. And it was in the darkness, in the despair, and where I wanted to give up many, many times. I have contemplated it many, many times. Why should I be here? Why am I even here? And then at one point I saw the spark, and that's all I can say is that if there is a shadow, there must be light, because that cannot exist unless there is light. And it is that light that has taught me that this darkness is the greatest teacher I can ever have. I can study my butt off all day. I can take as many trainings as I want, and I will, because I love it and it fuels my soul and my purpose and it prepares me. But my body and your body holds wisdom. And again, we don't give that enough space and enough time to feel into that wisdom. Our experiences prepare us so we can see that person who's down. And instead of just walking away or pretending you didn't see them, get down with them and get them up. That is what it's about, and I'm thankful for the people, my aunt and my uncle, who have constantly gotten me up. I'm sure they wanted to kick me a couple times too, but they didn't. They got me up, and my husband and this group of fabulous, incredible women who I just feel like my parents are in the background, and they are just helping me meet the people I need to meet so I can show up as the person I said I would be. And again, lost myself in that darkness, but I found myself in that light. And I thank each of you for that. It is hard. My shadow is not having the compassion, the wisdom, the patience, the understanding to have sat with my mom and my dad and to have said to them, I love you, you're perfect, you're beautiful, you belong, you're gonna get through this. You find things out when you lose people, so be honest to your people, because we're all gonna die one day, and they're gonna find out your secrets and your stuff. And in my secrets and my stuff, in my family's stuff, my mom and dad's stuff, I have just grown this admiration for them as humans. I had some idea, but I wasn't completely sure. But from the get-go, they were abandoned, neglected, and abused, and still were able to provide for me and my brother. And although we had great dysfunction in our family, we also had great, great, great love, and it is that great love that keeps me standing tall and being very aware of who and who is not in the room. And I feel so privileged and so blessed to be able to have this studio and space that was just a leap of faith. And again, it's in that darkness and despair that I just put my hands up and I said, I don't know anything. I know nothing. So please, that source outside of me, that thing bigger than you and me, help. And it has been a constant daily mantra of mine of I know nothing, but I am open to everything and I am willing to show up. But please be gentle with me. And I feel like they have. I'm meeting the right people. The right opportunities present themselves my way. I'm navigating life through my heart and my gut, my instinct, and trying to get as far away from the headspace as possible. Because again, it's in the darkness of our lives, trauma, anything that's caused us pain, confusion, disconnects us first from ourself, which each of us is very, 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 very powerful and wise and has gifts that we need, this earth needs, this humanity needs. But we can't find it until we give ourselves space, which I had to do. I had to be okay on my own, and I'm so thankful to have a man in my life who was like, she's gonna be okay. I'm gonna give her space, and I have a team around me who encourages that and knows that about me. I come in, I do my thing, and then I go replete because I have to, and we each need to. This journey has taught me the importance of self, capital S, self-care, but also mutual care, because I can cheer all of you on all day. That's natural for me. It's uncomfortable to take care of this and to celebrate her and all that I've overcome and my ability not to give up. But we need to do that. Self-care, mutual care, it's one and one. And I have found myself in this service of opportunity, meeting the right people, knowing that I want to connect to the people that need it the most. And again, universe provides. Marissa, without you, I wouldn't be in the correctional system. And when I leave that jail Friday and Thursday night, I am aligned and I feel purposeful, and it is amazing. So I thank each of you, and just to know that, again, the struggle of our lives, we use it as the tool, as the learning, as to grow, and as the connector. And if there's darkness, there has to be light. If there's shadows, there has to be light. So that's really what I hope to share with each of you today, is that you're worth it, I'm worth it, we're all worth it, and we're all in this together. So may we use our wounds for service. May we rise to the occasion to show up for ourselves and one another. And I hope to continue to show up for you, this community, the people who are not able to be here. And I just honor myself and my parents for giving me all the wisdom and the tools of humanity, right? We are in this together. I think that's my big why. And my how is all of you just keeping the balance, keeping the joy going, keeping myself, transformational discomfort. So I have to check in with my own hypocrisy too constantly, and that's hard. That is a challenge. And just doing my part to untie the web of harm, right? So that's, again, my shadow is not being able to go back, but maybe I had to do that or go through that so I can stand tall here. I thank each of you. The light in me sees the light in all of you. Thank you.
Carrie, come on up here and let's get our photo taken together. That was beautiful. As I present Carrie the plaque from the Spirit of Rotary Committee, I'd like her to know that our club will be making a donation for a brighter tomorrow.
Yes.
In your behalf, in the amount of $500.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So much.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Closing comments. It's so inspiring to see young professionals adding back, Justin, so early in their budding careers. Carrie and Justin, we're proud of you, and we're sure your families, your friends, and colleagues are as well. In closing, I'd like to thank Jim Homeyer and Sarah Scheiber for the beautiful music at the beginning of our meeting. I don't see him, but as always, we'd like to thank Todd Beals and the staff at the Midland Country Club for making this such a special event for us. And Adam Salgett from the Greater Midland. He did all the videos, and we're borrowing him for that purpose, and he does such a good job. And lastly, I got to thank the 2019 Spirit of Rotary Committee. Stand if you're here, please, and I'll call out your name. Stephanie Liebfritz is our chair. Kelly Boss, Jill Doherty, Carrie Ferris, Daryl Griggs, Bonnie McManus, Sarah Scheiber, Pam Singer, and Kathy Swarthout. Great job, guys. Angela, stand just for a second. My last thanks is to you, the brainchild of our Spirit of Rotary Award. It's become such a meaningful event that we look forward to each and every year. Thank you for thinking of this. President Granzo, take us home. Yep.
All right, Jim, thank you for running this meeting, and thanks again to Carrie and Justin. Your stories are truly amazing, and we thank you for being with us today. So, Jim, thanks for running the meeting. Jim and Sarah, thanks for the music. And so, in closing, thank you for your commitment to today in Rotary and in your daily life. Now let us carry out the values of Rotary as we recite our four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?